Ever booked a flight and felt like you paid way too much? There's a secret world of flight data out there, and today I'm going to show you how to tap into it. Today's objectives are few: teach you how to use the Flight Offer Search API, demonstrate finding the cheapest flights beyond standard websites such as Skyscanner or Google Flights, and reveal the Python code that lets you parse JSON response to the more user-friendly format. The Flight Offer Search API is a developer tool that gives you raw data. It gives you more valuable information, such as last ticketing date, which is the last date by which the ticket must be issued. For example, if you query the data on today's date, you'll know how long the current price will be available, as well as the number of seats available for current booking. To start our work, we'll take a look at Postman, a popular API development tool. Postman is a software application designed specifically for working with APIs. If you ever interacted with an app or website, you're likely used an API without even realizing it. Key features of Postman are sending various types of requests like get, post, put, delete, organize them into collections for better organization and reusability. It supports environment variables, making it easy to switch between different configurations, as well as you can write test scripts to validate API responses or set up automated test runs and ensure that your APIs are functioning as expected. Now let's talk about collections in Postman. A collection is a group of related API requests. Forking a collection means creating a copy of an existing collection that you can modify independently without affecting the original. To start forking the collection, let's navigate to the Amadeus for Developers public workspace. Once you're in a collection, select Environments and create a fork. Give the fork a unique name. Next, select the workspace where you need to fork the collection to, and fork environment. Once you have the environment forked, let's go back to Amadeus for Developers public workspace. Let's go to collections and create a fork for the collection itself. Give the fork a name. Assign a workspace. Tick the watch the original collection box to get notified when the collection is updated, and click fork the collection. And you'll be taken to the workspace that you've selected previously. Continuing on, let's look how to generate an API key. And so the server would know if we have the right permissions to perform requested action. Head back for the Developers for Amadeus website and register your account. Now that you're logged in, let's continue by clicking on the top right corner on your username and go to the self-service workspace. Click on Create the New App button. Enter an app name. You can enter your application details or click Create. Each token is generated from two parameters, API key and API secret. You can use these keys to consume all Amadeus API endpoints. Switching back to Postman, let's see where to use those authentication strings. On the right-hand side, set the environment to Amadeus for Developers, and on the left sidebar, click Environments. Next, enter your key and secret values into current values of the client ID and client secret, and then click Save. Continuing, to get an access token, we need to send an empty post request without no parameters. On the left sidebar, navigate to Collections, select Authorization, and access granted client credentials. Click Send. You will receive an access token value in your response. Note the token is valid for 30 minutes and you must perform the previous step every 30 minutes to generate a new access token. After the token has been generated, we are ready to make our first call. Now there's good news for all API users because there's a dedicated GPT available in the GPT store, which will give you all the relevant information that you need to build your application. Let's switch to Chat GPT and see how it works. So I will just ask a simple question. How can I create a flight booking engine? Behind the scenes, this GPT is triggered to retrieve information from the official documentation using the embedding models. So it will trigger the retrieval from the official documentation as well as digest it for your convenience. As you can see here, the response contains all the API endpoints that we would need to build a flight booking engine. For our specific case, we're interested in flight offer search, so let's go back to the Postman and look for this API endpoint. With this endpoint, you will be able to compare offers from 400 airlines worldwide. It also lets you search flights between two cities, perform multi-city search for longer itineraries, and access one-way combined fares to offer cheapest options possible. Before sending our initial request, we should change the body parameters in order to filter the search criteria. Once again, you can go back to OpenAI's chatbot and check all the available parameters. For our example, we will use origin and destination as well as departure and return dates. For the origin location, we will choose Bangkok, and for the destination, we will choose Munich as well as departure and return dates. And finally, we are ready to send a request. We see that data retrieval was successful by the status code, and we are ready to parse the response. Next, to parse the server response, I've created a custom Python script that you can find on my GitHub repo, which I will link in the description below. So let's switch to VS Code and paste the response body. Save the new response and then run the main Python file. Results will be saved in a text file using versioning numbers. Let's open the final export to see what's available. In addition to bookable seats for the specific price range, we also see the aircraft type as well as duration. Each unique flight is identified by the flight ID and separated by M dashes for the readability. In summary, we have used Postman to communicate with Flight Offer Search API and then parse the response using Python. If you find this useful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching.